Two Wongs and a White. Okay. Boys and girls, welcome to Twat, Two Wongs and a White.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Two Wongs and two Whites?
Oh, yes. It's a special episode. Everyone, welcome Miss Sophia. And joining us today, of course, is Tam and Ken and myself, Hashi. Well, today's a kind of very magical show but first, as I always forget, we need to have our super special traditional shots. Cheers,
Cheers.
ladies and gentlemen.
Cheers, everyone.
This is gonna suck.
Nice.
That was nice.
That's actually good.
It is not bad. Now, it's a special week. We'll be going out. This will go out on Friday. The election is currently on. And it's close. And it's real close. But there's one thing we can take from this is that President Trump has promised to leave America if he loses.
Wait, what?
So didn't you hear him say that? He goes, well, if I lose the vote, I'll have to move countries. So I hope that everyone holds him to that.
Where will he go?
I don't, well, who
will
wants
accept him?
North Pole? Perhaps?
North Korea, they shook hands.
Antarctica?
Oh, North Korea, absolutely.
Yeah,
What was
North
it?
Korea.
Antarctica?
Antarctica. Yeah, I reckon that's with the penguin snot. They won't have
They'd be
will not
like,
have
fuck. Oh, this guy.
But on that, and with the way Trump acts, there's a whole situation with censorship issues. Now, it's really good. Like there's certain things that shouldn't be online, and there's certain things that we need to protect,
Examples?
young children from things. All example, whether it be, nudity, abuse, violence, things like that. But and I don't mind it to an extent, or especially false information like QAnon and stuff like that, like just spreading false rumors to incite the masses. Now that's good in itself, but where does that stop?
Wait, what do you think of Reddit then? Because Reddit's kind of like, this anonymous place that people can go, whatever.
Reddit's kind of like the edge of dark web, isn't it? You can go on there and say whatever you want.
It's like that gray area, yeah. So what do you think about Reddit then? Because that's pretty much what you're, trying to like.
Well, Reddit, you know what you're going there for.
Oh, okay, I see what
Things
you mean.
like Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, Pinterest, stuff like that. You don't expect to find that there.
So you mean websites that say we have the correct details? We are all about free, like stuff like that. Got
Absolutely,
it.
like Facebook.
So Facebook is a big example.
Facebook is a big example, and Twitter, which I'm glad they're starting to fact check stuff.
Honestly, Reddit is a good place for interesting topics. For example, you need to research something, or you don't trust someone and you just look up a topic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to?
Why
Reddit?
would you trust someone on Reddit, though?
Good point.
Okay, my point is moot.
Yeah.
Can you up 4?
Up 4?
Yep. Oh no, sorry. Mic level 4. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Okay.
So we do have a very special episode because we have Sophia here on the show, and it's the first time for her.
Who's a specialist in censorship?
You want to introduce her real quick?
Yeah. Let's get a bit of a bio.
Maybe Sophia could introduce herself a little bit here.
Hi, I'm Sophia.
Real casual.
How would you introduce her?
Real
I
casual.
like daisies and long walks on the beach and
Yeah, pretty much. You got me down to a T right there.
Who are you to all of us? Like, what is your relationship to individual, like to this group?
I'm dating this one.
Sorry.
I take it. Sorry. I'm an old friend of Ken's and a new friend of Harshi's.
Yes. We're all
Well,
friends.
yes,
Yeah.
it's true.
We're all friends, exactly.
Yeah.
But I met you through your mother.
You did. Actually, we
Strangely.
met a while ago.
We did, yeah.
We met at the same time you met him, pretty much.
Well,
No.
even
It's the same
before that,
night.
I met you
No,
when you first
You're
came into the
right.
building, I think.
Yes.
Because we share the same, we live in the same building.
Same building.
Lucky fucks.
Same humpy. It's like-
That's true. It was like two and a bit years ago.
2 and a bit years ago, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It was quite a while.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I've known Harsh for a while.
Yeah.
Again, sorry.
Well, at least it's not just to me, So.
For everything, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Anyway, so
What were we on? Censorship, right. Your takes on it, Tim? Because you're the one who has hot takes here.
censorship. Yeah, it bothers me, honestly. Like, for example, I'm not gonna be super rude about this, but
You should.
YouTube honestly censors content that is remotely political, remotely sensitive to adults. Honestly, you run an ad, for example. Jesus Christ.
I wonder where this is going from.
Don't be personal, sweetheart.
No, I mean honestly.
Can you see where this is leading?
Yeah, really.
But YouTube is a great place for educational stuff, such as Twat, Two Wongs and a White. Subscribe.
Two
and
Wongs and two Whites,
like.
bro. What's wrong with you?
Oh, sorry.
Yes,
Special edition.
sweetheart. Did you forget me already?
He's with the boys. He's with the boys. When he is,
Two
what's a
wongs and a
girl?
white. I'm sorry.
2 wongs and 2 whites.
And you always make fun of me when I don't get the episodes right. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Mm.
But,
Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
There's a really good line that I'm going to read from George Orwell.
George Orwell.
George
wow.
Orwell, yeah. And that made me sound intelligent, but I did find it somewhere else. Unpopular ideas can be silenced and inconvenient facts kept dark without the need for any official ban. Anyone who has lived long in a foreign country will know instances of sensational items of news, things which can their own merits, with would-be big headline. No, that's not Orwell. That's another thing.
Okay, so
with
this
that?
whole thing is completely
No.
invalid.
Where's George Orwell's quote? I had a really good quote for George Orwell.
But that quote was talking about it's our responsibility to filter out, like
That's where I was going before
like
I
the point is
screwed it
our
up.
responsibility, not the government's,
God
not
damn,
anyone else's.
absolutely.
I didn't even hear that. I just heard him fucking up.
Adult,
No, he had a good point, even though it was the wrong person.
yeah. It's adult. It's self-care and self-responsibility. And if you're a child, then it's up to your parents to have that responsibility.
Yeah, I didn't
interesting.
get any of that quote, by the way. I just
No,
But that's pretty much what it was saying.
I'm trying to work out
You
where.
were just thinking.
Why did I
fucked up.
copy
2
and paste
whites
that
are on
quote?
point.
I don't know what that is.
you.
Oh wow.
Fuck you.
I don't know. I don't
This
know.
is,
Where's
this
my
is getting
George Orwell quote?
spicy.
Before I couldn't find the paperwork, which I actually lined up for today, and then secondly, I can't read the notes that I've even written myself, so I've no idea. So here we are. We're talking about censorship, and yes, that's my point. No, but I think I think fact checking is very important, and I think misinformation shouldn't be allowed to roam. And yes, it's covered under free information, but misinformation deliberately set to cause deliberate disobedience and or to have people feel unsafe and to question what they're doing. I don't believe in that. I think that needs to be kicked in the butt, especially when it comes from people of authority.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
sensationalism,
Well, sensationalism is different. Okay, let's say sensationalism is
like the media.
15 people caught in a blazing fire. Well, you'll assume they're dead. But if it's Trump, 15 people caught ripping up mail and throwing it in the garbage bin when that didn't even happen.
True.
So there's false information, there's sensationalism.
And then there's just making up information.
And then there's
just
just
to
me
get
who
them.
likes to bullshit.
You heard it here
True.
first, folks. Harshy the
True.
bullshitter.
Yeah, but I think the whole censorship issue is super specific to the regions of the world.
I was gonna
where
say
they
that.
are.
Well,
I
depending
was
on
gonna say
what the
that,
criteria of media and government ordinance is in that town or in that city. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like in Singapore, you can't criticize the government.
Wait, what? You can't? Oh
No.
shit!
Or
What?
in China, for example.
Well, or in China. But we would know nothing about that.
True.
Yeah. We do not criticize anybody.
Then these days, even in America, you're not supposed to criticize the government because that's against freedom of speech.
It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. When you, I mean, let's face it, the American government in the last 4 years has been totalitarian. It's been a dictatorship. It has not been left or right. It has been an individual running his own goal. So, and the way he reacts to people that even speak out against him by saying what you did was wrong, the way he will shut them down like a 12-year-old on Twitter is just frightening. I mean, for anything else, his own people should be censoring him because he is a man in in the position of world leader, essentially, and he acts like that. He should be censored.
I have a question about Trump and stuff and your takes on him. I know we've talked about it in the past, but I recently watched a bunch of videos, sick at home. And there's this thing where people defend him who are Democrats that they say that his policies are okay, like, you know, they're decent, but then his actions are what's making people hate him, like his Twitter finger, his speeches. So if he was, let's say, a normal person, and he still did all these things with his policies, for example, with taxes and jobs and stuff like that, would you hate him as much?
There's still a lot not to like about him because if he wasn't in it for himself, I would respect the man.
Okay.
Every decision this man makes is for himself. And even though some Democrats may agree what he's doing, you would find they probably only agree with like 5 to 10% of what he's
which
actually
is
doing.
only 5 to 10%.
They're
right.
giving credit where it's due,
Right,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
give
yeah.
credit where it's due when I find something nice about him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that people like about him is the taxes thing. Have you heard about that? Where because Biden wants
What's
to do
the
a high
taxes?
What
tax.
is the taxes thing?
Well, he wants to keep it relatively like low
For
taxes.
the rich
right?
people, right?
For the rich, and
Benefits
that's why like the
himself.
1% likes
But
him.
he's rich, so.
Right, but the 1% is like, you know, pretty much the overruling power in the states. It doesn't
Sure.
matter how many poor people rise to power, the rich will be the rich for a reason. So that's why like this thing is kind of shaky.
Yeah.
And you see rappers joining him, people who you expect to be Democrats who are Democrats are joining him for just one reason, and it's their money.
And I bet he got paid a really good appearance fee too.
Right. So
Right.
it's really weird. It's like this whole.
Anyway, we need to get off
always about
topics
money.
because we'll be censored.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure
This is already-
we
we're
would
done.
already be censored, like
Yeah.
taken down, you know. So,
Yeah.
but
Did you like Trump before he was president, though?
I have never liked Trump.
I liked him in WWE.
I found him to be a very sociopathic individual. He just the way he says stuff, the hubris, and it's really funny when people are playing a part. You can get away with hubris when you know they're playing a role, but you know he doesn't like to lose.
Yeah.
You know he doesn't like to tell the truth. You know he doesn't like to be second, and I just did not like that about the man. And the only reason he is where he is because of the media. You know, you've got Warren. You know, the billionaire of the world.
Buffett.
No one, Buffett. Yeah, no
Right.
one knows. No one cares who he is, and he's and no one knows about
Oh
his
yeah,
persona
no one does care about him.
because he
That's
doesn't
true.
because he doesn't care for that bullshit.
Oh shit.
Trump needs to be adored. Trump is a damaged individual.
Yeah.
You didn't like
No.
him in Home Alone?
He was in Home Alone.
Yeah,
Really?
it was
Number
like a
two.
scene.
movie?
It was like a
Number
walk
two.
past scene.
They stayed at the Trump Hotel, right? Yeah.
But the only reason he was in that is that in order to use Trump Hotel, part of the caveat for using the premises was to have him in shot.
Yeah.
It was all marketing.
He was the guy who got out of the taxi. He's like, "Oh, kid, where you going?" I'm like, "That's Trump right there, everybody.
Oh.
That's America's president."
That's
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah, it was great.
It's interesting.
Well, beyond Trump and Biden, have you seen the latest polls?
Well,
Well,
we know that
yeah,
Bidet is winning.
the day.
Day.
Yeah.
Today.
The day?
I've got to be fair. If I can trash Trump, I've got to be able to trash Biden.
Isn't that the
Yep.
French toilet?
Yep.
Yeah, but
Water squirt. He's going to
The
clean.
water squirter?
He's going to clean up America.
That's good. That's very good.
I didn't know where I was going. I had to think really fast.
So-
That was very quick
so
thinking.
since you say if you trash Trump, you have to trash Biden. What are things about Biden that you are iffy about?
Look, Biden isn't a very strong policymaker, and that's from
Yeah.
history. He's had a lot of opportunities to change things, and he hasn't. Now, I'm not too cued in on Biden. I only know what I see, and what I've seen, I like. I think we spoke about this before. The fact that he was a chronic stutterer, and he's able to get past that as a public speaker, absolute admiration for the man. The fact that he has a heart of gold. The fact that he has empathy has already won me over. So he would have to be keeping children in a cage and poking sticks at them and having sex with them on a Friday night in order for me not to like the guy. There'd have to be something really horrible come out. Like even with the whole touchy-feely thing that came out, that was inappropriate touching, and they tried to make out it was sexual assault from the other wing. I mean, yeah.
Comes
he
out
was-
every presidency, though.
He was a shoulder rubber.
Yeah.
That's
you know?
literally in every
Yeah.
presidency
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah.
It does. And it's always the most minute situation that they blow up, that they sensationalize.
Well, except
Sexual
for
harassment.
Sexual harassment, yeah.
except for the Trump.
Not in the
one.
workplace, please. I don't care what you two have got going on. We're working.
Except for the
It's true.
Trump one, the grabbing the vagine.
Oh yeah, but that was
Oh,
just
boy.
that was just him being him. That's the thing. That was
Yeah.
just him being horribly him. You know, and I'll give him grata on that. You know, that was just him being a guy.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, you're mic'd. Don't be such an idiot. You're mic'd.
Yeah, you're mic'd. Yeah. What was that thing about him and his daughter? He said his daughter was very sexy or something.
He said his
I'd-
daughters were attractive. or
I'd
something like
marry
that.
her or
Yeah,
something.
there it is.
I'd
See?
marry my daughter.
But like, is that inappropriate? Or is that just a father really proud?
Oh no, that's really inappropriate.
That is-
Do you think that your father say he'd want to marry you?
Well, I'd be like, well, like, I feel like he wouldn't say that, but I think
I
it'd be
feel
an
like
endearing thing to
there's
say,
an
like, you're
age
pretty.
Thing. There's
he'd
an
like
age
to marry.
thing.
He'd like to marry someone like no.
Like-
That's even
Like,
creepier.
like, if, like, let's say, like, your dad's like,
That is
"Who's my little princess?" Right, and you play this little game. Sure, but when you're like
Oh.
23 years old,
See,
it's
that's
like,
weird,
I'm
even the
gonna
little
marry
princess
you.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, you
yeah.
know, it's
once
like-
you're over the age of 12,
That's the
a
only
bit
way I
creepy.
can
Yeah.
justify it. You know what I mean? But like, other than that, don't even fucking say that to your kids. Hey, I'm gonna fucking marry you, son, huh?
Yeah.
You know.
By the way, nice mask. Smoking kills.
I wanted to wear something fancy. I didn't want to wear a medical mask. So I
You
just,
chose that for
Why
fancy.
don't you
Yeah.
have
fancy.
something
I bought this
That's
like
nice.
guys. I bought this 2 years ago when I stopped smoking. Chill,
Yeah.
chill.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now it's up to you to guess who has the plague.
I wonder
Did you
who.
say
It's not-
coughing?
No. He's just he's got a bad case of the lurg eye. He's been tested.
Yeah,
He's been temperature checked and he's been dipped.
Dipped.
So you're clean.
yeah. Just don't drink
You're
out of my cup.
Just being careful.
No kissing after work, guys.
Oh, that's normally the
Sorry
favorite
about
part.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that, Sophia. You had to find out like this.
So I don't know where we really got anywhere on that, but
Well, we ended on a massive.
Well, we
makeout
started on a
session,
good
so-
quote.
We pretty much just described politicians in our own opinions, which was quite helpful, I guess, but maybe not. But
Do you have a better quote, or can?
oh, you're fitting in just fine, aren't you? No, I have no idea what my quotes are, but after this record, I'm going to go and find where all my research was and get my stuff together. I was running a bit slow today, so we'll slower
Yeah,
than
alright.
usual.
Well, that's the end of the episode. Biden's in the head. Censorship. Boo how. No one cares about his thoughts.
anyway?
We're
yeah.
outie. Peace. Fuck it. I'm tired.
Don't forget, slam on like, pass us around like a cheap horn on a Thursday night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
That's the way.
Bye, darlings.
That's the way to end it. There.